What's up, guys? It's your boy DS, and today we're going to be going over the Akari guide. I'm going to be breaking down everything that, she wants to build, who you can use her with, and everything that you guys need to know so that you guys can make your Akari as, good as she can possibly be. So, anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it and talk about Akari. So, I've been running the same build on her the entire time. I haven't changed this build. And I think this is pretty much like the best way to build her as far as what you want to do. And if you basically what it is you want her to be fast because she wants to go first. She wants to debuff the enemy before anyone else takes turns. And the reason why is because if Valentine goes first, she'll buff first. Tamara can potentially buff first if she uses her S2. There's multiple units that are trying to get that first turn so they can get their buffs off. The best thing for Akari to do is to go first so she can unbuffable everybody so that they don't get those buffs off. They'll still do the buffs, but the thing about that is that even if they do the buffs, they won't get the buffs. So the speed build seems like it's going to be the best build for you to go on her. Going over the exact stats that you would want on her, you literally want her to be as fast as possible. And then you want to put everything else into accuracy and then effectiveness. And the reason why is because if the unit dodges, they obviously won't get debuffed. So you want as much accuracy as possible. And then effectiveness, because they can resist the debuffs. So I feel like those two go without saying. So literally speed, then accuracy, effectiveness. Looking at some of the gear I have on her, I don't have perfect gear, but this is just what I'm using. I'm using an 18 speed weapon, has some accuracy and effectiveness, so that's good. Then I'm using a speed necklace. Obviously, I can make this a little bit faster if I, use the breakthrough and everything, but that's whatever.
I'll follow you anywhere.
And then right here, 12 speed helmet, 18 speed chest piece, 18 speed arms, and then we have a 12 speed boot. So, like I said, as fast as possible, and then you want to get accuracy and effectiveness if you can. That's literally what you want to do. As far as if you can, obviously everybody's gear is different. That's just how it is. Moving on to special gear. Right, special gear. I do have her exclusive equipment. Now, as far as do you need her exclusive equipment, I'm gonna go ahead and say the answer is no. Because like you can, obviously you want to get whenever you can, but you don't want to rush to get it. And the reason why I say that is because number one, it's giving effectiveness to dark units, and you got to think about what dark units are you going to be debuffing that have high resistance or resilience. The answer is not many, right? Mine is like one of the only units, and she's a blue unit, right? So this doesn't matter as much. Obviously, it allows you to equip gems, but that's really whatever. If you look at the passive, increases the duration of debuffs on the enemy team by 1 turn when using her ultimate. But the thing about this is, it's already a 2-turn defense break and a 2-turn unbuffable. That's pretty crippling already, right? Like 3 turns of that is not going to be the difference. You've probably killed them in 2 turns, if I'm being honest. But I mean, nice to have, sure, whatever. And as far as talisman, you can literally run whatever you want. I have some effectiveness, and then attacking all enemies, just because her S3 and S2 both are AoE. So there you go as far as that. Moving on to her skills. I don't think you need to level up her S1 at all, in my opinion. This being a 70% chance to attack down, who cares, right? Moving on to her S2, attacks all enemies after attacking. You can get this to 100% chance to increase the debuff duration by 1 turn. And then inflicts resilience down on the targets that don't have debuffs. Once again, I don't think you really need to put anything into this because her ultimate is so crippling. Once you get to her S2, the enemy team should pretty much be going down. Now, obviously, this can be pretty good with PvE, but I'm gonna be honest, I've been using her a lot since I've got her, and I've literally not ran into a single situation where I needed this to be maxed. Like, I just have not at all. So I mean, if you guys really want to, you can, but there's really no, I don't think there's any reason that you need to max this. Moving on to our S3, you want to max it. Just up front, you want to max it. And the reason why is because this will put it from 80% to 100%, and you want to have the guaranteed unbuffable and defense down on enemies. And then you cannot, this will also make it 100% chance to not get countered, revenge, or agile response. This is her bread and butter. This is literally what she uses, is main reason you're getting her. So you want to max this out for sure. But outside of this, you don't really have to max anything else. Moving on to upgrade, I do not think you need her 5th upgrade. And the reason why, as you guys can see, HP, defense, and attack. Now, as a debuffer, she does not care about these stats. Obviously, having a little bit more bulk on the HP defense is nice, but if we're talking about skimping, just because because you have limited resources, which I do, right? As you guys see, the attack, defense, HP is not needed. Now, obviously, her upgrade 4 you want, because I'm pretty sure that gives like effectiveness and speed and whatnot. But the 5th upgrade you do not have to get unless you just have an abundance of resources. You can definitely skip out on this. This is not going to be the biggest deal in the world. As you can see, 800 HP and then like 150 defense or something. Like, it's negligible, right? Moving on to who to pair her with. If you're going to use her with Notia, you make sure that they don't have a D-Stella or agile response or something to that effect on the team. And the reason why is because even though Akari, even though her ultimate will not proc counterattack, revenge, and agile response, whenever you use Nodia's S2, it will proc all of that. So if you S3 with Akari and the Nodia S2s, D-Stella will revenge. Tio will agile, like all of that will proc. So if you're gonna run her with Nodia, just make sure that you are careful because that will activate. One unit that I found really good to run her with, that I feel like a lot of people are not taking note of, is going to be Christina. And the reason why is because whenever you arena offense, let's say you ult with Akari on like a Valentine. Even though the entire enemy team is debuffed or unbuffable, Valentine is still going to S2, which is a non-attack skill, and that's going to proc Christina, giving your team attack and defense. I feel like it's a really synergistic combo, works really well. Another good unit is to run with Mine, and the reason why is because if you're running Tamara, or not Tamara, excuse me, if you're running Akari, chances are you're probably going to run a little bit tankier team comp because she's not that good as far as a cleave setup. So you're probably going to run her with some like D-Stella. You might run her with some tanks. You might run her with D-Aste because she can revive, whatever the case may be. The point is, Mine not only is going to give you speed buff, which is going to, or speed imprint, plus 10 speed, which is going to allow Akari to basically be that much sure of taking first turn, but she can also revive your other 2 units because now you have 2 supports, right? You have Mine and Akari, which are 2 supports. So keeping your damage dealers alive are that much more important. So with Mine, you can revive D-Stella, D-Aste, or whoever to guarantee that they get their damage off and that you can end up winning. So just 2 units I've seen. Obviously, you can run her with pretty much whoever you want. Choice is up to you. But I've found that Christina's really good, and then you can run her with Mine. Obviously, D-Stella and D-Aste are just broken, so you can run those units with those units as well if you choose to. But anyway, that is my Akari guide. Overall, really enjoying this character. I'm really glad that she's not another ranger that buffs crit chance, but she kind of brings something different to the meta. As far as immunity, if the enemies are running immunity, obviously she doesn't work because she does not strip. But that's the thing, if they're running immunity, that means that they can't run speed set. So if you start running your units faster, then you should be able to just outspeed with your damage dealers automatically. So just keep that in mind. If there are a lot of people running immunity, they're going to be slower. Although Akari may not work, you still can run other units and run those units faster, like Nodia and whoever else. and that way you will be able to beat them with speed. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.